Today, we're diving deep into the world of sleep technology. We're going to talk about everything from that watch on your wrist to some seriously impressive FDA-cleared medical devices that you could use right from your own bed.
All right, picture this. You wake up, you're feeling pretty good, you roll over, grab your phone, and bam, there it is. Your Oura ring, your Apple Watch, it's already past judgment. You got a bad sleep score. And even though you felt fine, that little seed of doubt starts to grow.
And that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Is that number something you actually need to worry about, or is it just digital noise? Let's figure it out.
Look, it's no secret we're living in this incredible age of health data. Our wearables promise to help us optimize every little piece of our lives, and you know what? Sleep is the new frontier in that quest. And this chase for the perfect score has created a really interesting new trend. Sleep doctors are now seeing patients who don't show up because they feel exhausted or they're snoring. Nope, they come in because their device told them they slept badly. The data itself is now driving the medical concern. So what happens when all that data from your wrist runs up against, a real doctor's expertise? Well, this is where we start to see a pretty big gap between the numbers we get and the information doctors actually need to make a diagnosis. See, when doctors really need to know what's going on when you sleep, they turn to something called a polysomnography, or PSG. This is the whole shebang, an overnight study in a lab with sensors tracking your brain waves, your breathing, everything. This is the undisputed gold standard. So, how do our favorite gadgets compare to that gold standard? Well, not so great, it turns out. A huge review of studies found they consistently get a few key things wrong. They often misjudge how long you were actually asleep, they're not great at tracking sleep efficiency, and they really struggle to pinpoint the exact moments you drift off or wake up.
And really, that's the heart of the problem, right? Your watch can spit out tons of beautiful charts and numbers, but all that data often lacks the accuracy and the clinical nuance to give a doctor any real medical insight.
And get this obsession with perfecting our sleep data can actually backfire. Big time. It's led to a newly recognized condition called orthosomnia, where the anxiety from chasing that perfect score actually makes your sleep worse. The irony?
Okay, so to really get a handle on this, you have to understand that there are two totally different categories of sleep technology out there. This distinction is crucial. And hey, don't just take my word for it. The American Academy of Sleep Medicine has made its position incredibly clear. They've stated that, right now, consumer sleep gadgets simply cannot be used to diagnose or treat sleep disorders. That's a hard line from the experts.
So let's break it down side by side. On one hand, you've got your everyday consumer tracker. Its whole purpose is wellness, looking at personal trends. It's not FDA approved, and its accuracy is, moderate. It's for personal insights. On the other hand, you have clinical devices. Their purpose is managing chronic disease. They are FDA cleared. They have high, validated accuracy, and doctors can use that data to make real diagnostic decisions. Two totally different worlds.
But, and this is a big but, here's where the story gets really, really exciting. All those limitations of consumer tech have actually paved the way for a whole new generation of incredibly powerful tools that are bringing the sleep clinic right into our bedrooms.
I mean, just look at what's happened in the last couple of years. We've seen a wave of FDA clearances for things like the Dream 3S headband that can track your brainwaves, the Sansa chest patch for breathing issues, and even rings and AI-powered tests designed to diagnose serious conditions like sleep apnea, all while you're at home.
And the accuracy we're talking about here, it's just mind-blowing. The Happy Ring, for instance, showed a 97% agreement rate with that gold standard in-lab PSG test. That's not a wellness toy, that's a medical instrument you wear on your finger. So why is this such a game changer? Well, because a staggering 80%, of the 30 million American adults with obstructive sleep apnea don't even know they have it. It's this massive silent health crisis, and these new at-home devices are our best shot at finally closing that gap.
But the innovation in sleep isn't all about fancy sensors and artificial intelligence. There are also some much simpler, lower-tech tools that are now getting some serious scientific backing.
Let's talk about the humble weighted blanket. A big review of the science found really strong evidence that the deep pressure stimulation can cut down on anxiety, improve sleep quality, and even help with pain. For some people, it even reduced their need for sleep meds. It's a fantastic example of innovation that doesn't require a charging cable.
Okay, so let's put all these pieces together. What's the big takeaway here? How should you, personally, navigate this brave new world of sleep tech?
Does all this mean you should just take your consumer sleep tracker and, chuck it in the bin? Is it basically useless?
Not so fast. The experts say no, not at all. Your tracker is still a really valuable tool for looking at the big picture. It's great for spotting general patterns over time, for keeping an eye on how consistent your sleep schedule is, and for seeing how lifestyle choices, like maybe that late-night glass of wine, affect your night. It's a fantastic starting point for a conversation with your actual doctor.
So, if you remember just one thing from all this, let it be this simple analogy. Think of your consumer tracker like a fitness journal. It's for you. It's for personal notes, for spotting your own patterns. An FDA-cleared device, on the other hand, is a doctor's diagnostic tool. It's what's used to make critical medical decisions.
And the future is coming way, way faster than you might think. As sleep physicians themselves are predicting, that line between the fitness journal and the diagnostic tool, it's about to get real blurry. We're talking about clinical-level tools on our wrists and fingers, not in a decade, but in the next year or two.
And all of this really points to a much bigger question. As these powerful, clinically validated tools become more and more common, are we witnessing a massive shift where the future of medicine itself is moving out of the doctor's office and right into our own homes? Something to think about.